topic, King Vaughn. Dame, I'm gonna be honest with you. I gotta look in the mirror and tell King Vaughn, I'm sorry, bro. I can't do this because allegedly for murder for hire. And then alleged best friend OTF Jam was wanting to wire from 2 to 4 years and has jammed him up. What do you have to say to that, thing? Because you were big on honor and you big on being a real good friend. What do you think about that?
Well, first, we don't really know everything. We don't know the circumstance, what's really happened and what's true. But overall, I look at what's happening with him, and it's not something that only has happened to him. It's a consistent thing that happens with people that are affiliated with hip hop. And I just think a lot of times people expect people to just know what to do and what not to do. And like I can honestly say, like when I was in the street 30 years ago, if I didn't have certain guidance, there might have been moves I would have made different. And it's a good thing I had people there to tell me certain things. Um, I personally, I'm trying to think to myself that none of that happened because I just don't see how someone could think they could pull that off. Pause.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you're in front of a camera every day and certain situations happen, you can't really react. And if you do, it would have to be not in a way where the whole world could figure it out. Nonetheless, the police. Um, as it relates to people wearing wires, number one, if anything near what they said is true, those guys are different than us, younger. Like they ain't playing. They sending dudes on jets and planes into other states, and they really playing that game. They really about that life. And I've never been about that life. You know what I mean? And I just I just feel like understanding that the odds of winning a certain life are like slim to none, especially if you're in front of a camera. Why would you think that you could get away with it? You know? So that's why I'm thinking he couldn't have did that.
I feel the
Or,
same way, Dame. I feel the same. He can't be that crazy, man.
and I would prefer that to be the case. But overall, I just wish that so many of our talented artists didn't have to go to jail, you know. And if they were talking about experiences that were real, they were past experiences and things that there's at least a statute of limitation on. But I just feel like this is what the other culture, the non-creative culture, the nerds, this is what they want. You know, they want our culture to make the records, entertain them, and then entertain them with the things they're doing when they're not making the records by watching them go through it, by going through a you know a trial and then doing a bid. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said in the interview, I'm like, it just seems like it's almost like, is it like a trap, or is it like when you get in the music business, you're supposed to look at it like crime and be like, oh, I probably have to do a bid at some point, but it is what it is. The music business for us when we were in the street was to get out the street completely. And one thing that I know, me being in certain positions, pause, is I won't send anyone I care about to do something that could potentially get them killed or put in jail. If I wouldn't do that to my brother, I wouldn't do that to anybody. If it's something I really can't do myself, then I'm not gonna have somebody I care about do it, because that's not what I would do. Anything for them not to have to do it. So when I was in, and you saw it a lot, pause. I used to squash a lot of problems, a lot of beef,
Yeah, you did.
a lot. And it was bad for business every time. And I would always tell everybody, like, we're not doing that. We're not in the street. There's no concrete to protect. This may be how we're used to reacting to things, but it's an oxymoron to be doing crime and be in front of a camera. It's completely against the morals and principles of doing anything on a gangster level. And then um, I think because of the way the world is right now, like when I was younger, uh, you wouldn't be a rat because of the honor, or you wouldn't tell on somebody or wear a wire. But also you thought you knew that no one would fuck with you. Like no, it was 8 minutes.
Yeah, we passed that. You're good. We're past that. We're way past that.
You know that you would be put into oblivion. No one would ever say your name again. But in this world, you can, because of the fact that there's a lot of tough guys that tell. A
Yeah,
lot of guys that they're about that life, but they don't mind telling. And how you gonna have a problem with someone that doesn't have a problem telling, that's like really doing that? And it's just a different moral code. So because of the temperature right now, and if you remember, I was always paranoid. I believe that in every single crew, if there's more than 6 people in the room, just because of algorithm wise, if like anyone's into any kind of lifestyle, you have to factor one of them is wearing a wire.
that's why I used to tape a lot, Dame. You used to wear. You started taping because of the big face. We need a camera to prove everything we say we do. We didn't do it. That's why you. Am I lying? That's why you got a camera around.
So that's why I used to tape everything, because people used to accuse me of shit I didn't do. So a camera is the best witness,
Yeah,
and it has definitely helped me a lot. But again, I just the streets. Like once you're in the music business and you're legal, you can't do one, and you can't any of that. It's over. You just have to wear it. That's why I be like, I can't have no problems with nobody. Like, what I'm gonna do? Like, I can't throw on my black paws or my chuckers or my black Nikes and my hoodie, and what I'm gonna do? Like, there's nothing that you can do once you're legit. You can't do nothing but go to have a lawsuit. And when people are from the street or in a different lifestyle, fucking with people that aren't, then I think it's not fair. I'm like, I can't do nothing. Like, you acting tough. I can't do that. You know.
I don't know where.
I don't know where
But we
Big
can
Face
answer
went.
a couple of these
Yeah.
super chats. So this guy